This house was built in 1959 and 1960. It took approximately 14 months to build. We had our family consisted of a wife and 6 children. There were 4 boys and 2 girls. My wife was very interested in modern architecture and had written Lloyd Wright and talked with him, so that Mr. Wright came down and we showed him several lots that we were interested in purchasing, and he picked out the present lot as probably the most desirable. I had no particular expertise, but my wife was very interested in modern architecture, and she was a student of Mr. Wright's work. I remember driving with Mr. Wright and looking at houses in the city of Palos Verdes Estates and saying, "Mr. Wright, I don't particularly want a big square house." And he said, "Sir, you insult me." And he then produced the present house in which we are in. It has been a very livable, pleasant house to live in. The design is somewhat unconventional. It is either people are either enthusiastic or rather negative. It's very easy to live, and it's a very pleasant house. We're well designed with economy in space and great efficiency in management, and I'm a great admirer of Mr. Wright.
How long did it take to build, and how was your working relationship with Mr. Wright?
The house took approximately 16 months to build. I had a contractor who was rather slow. I had some difficulty in locating a contractor who would tackle this house with its unconventional design. And I had a question of financing it, so that I paid for it in easy stages, and this accounts for the fact that it probably took longer than a more conventional house would take. We had some trouble with the art jury. They were rather negativistic and inclined to not to allow an unconventional house to be built, but we finally persuaded them, and this added too to the length of time it really took to get the house from plans to completion. Mr. Wright was a very cordial, very cooperative, and enthusiastic, and we would encounter some difficulties in building the house. Mr. Wright was always available to come down at no extra expense to supervise and to advise. He was a very pleasant man to work with, and our relations with him were always very cordial and remained so until the end of his life.
There you get the feel of those.
Well, you can't miss that. You can't miss that house when you're driving down a street. It just
very dramatic.
Boy, just great.